Maybe that's too much. There we go.
Hi, comic book fans, and welcome to the price variance. That is refers to the Canadian price variance, everybody's favourite Canadian, Alan, and myself on the British price variance. We are, as usual, going to be taking a look at the Silver Age comic market by looking at sales of comics at Heritage last week. Alan, have you done anything particular in picking out comics this week?
So, well, we kind of talked a little bit about this behind the stage here. Basically, I looked at the whole entire list of things from both DC, Marvel, and all the other companies, and it was a horror show. It was a pretty bad week for sales, I think, and I decided, hey, the Marvel ones are really doing bad. Let's just make it a DC themed week. Let's just see what we can do. Like we'll have a theme. We'll pick DC comics.
Okay.
They didn't really overperform during COVID, so maybe they did okay this week.
Well, okay. So let's start off with a
Hi everyone in the chat, by the way, just quickly. I love this book, by the way. This is the first appearance of Batmite.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Batmite, so
I like these. I like quirky characters. I think.
Yeah, it's just annoying.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of quirky characters. They're supposed to be annoying.
Yeah, I don't want a cute little thing in my dark detective stories.
But he's all powerful.
Yeah, I mean but I don't like him.
So this is actually, like I think this one was graded a little bit high actually. I think it's actually a pretty rough looking 4.5. You can see some pretty.
It is a rough looking 4.5. Look at this. Look at this. I think I need to start grading my comic. Look at this. That's not a 4.5.
Yeah, I would have graded this more like a 3.5. Look at the bottom and stuff. It's a pretty rough copy actually. I've seen much prettier 4.5s.
Yeah, me too.
So this is Detective Comics 267, 1959.
Have you got this one, Alan?
Yes, I do. I have a raw copy of it.
Okay.
Probably actually better presenting than this one.
Yeah, I haven't got this, and I've no intention of buying it either. The good thing about collecting Batman is that it's a never-ending. It's not something you ever finish. So you're quite.
Oh yeah, it's hard to finish.
I never feel guilty about not owning a particular issue, because I'm never going to complete it. So this is one of the ones I'm never going to own because I don't like Batmite. Right. Okay, 360. Yeah. 365 for a 4.5. 360 for a 4.5, Alan.
So generally, this book goes for like $100 a point.
Okay.
It's kind of typical for this book. So it's a little low from my experience. But I don't buy and sell Batmites all the time, but that's kind of the ballpark I remember it going for.
Yeah, so no arachnids, exactly, Matt.
No arachnids this week, unless we have DC arachnids. I should have found some DC arachnid comics just for Merc. But
right, let's have a look at how this performed. I think this is down, like Alan. It is down. Here we go. Oops, pressing the wrong tab. There we go.
I can't see it. Oh yes, now I can see it. Wow.
Now, you said Marvel Comics did badly. This is a horrendous one.
So one of the things I gotta sort of prime the audience a little bit with is usually around this time of year is the time where you get some steals.
Now this is the bit, this is the bit of the show which happens every week when Alan explains why this week is particularly bad and it shouldn't be taken as a general trend.
Yeah. Because usually around Christmas, people are buying other people gifts, and they're not necessarily buying comics at this time of year. At least they buy a few, obviously, but the competition isn't as stiff. So it's a good time to buy. Actually, if you're gonna buy, always buy against the trend, right? So right now is a good time to buy. It's sort of like don't buy Christmas comics at Christmas. Buy Halloween comics. You know, well, don't buy comics. Buy comics in general during Christmas because people are buying other stuff. You know.
Yeah. So you could have bought this for the same price or in November 2019.
Ooh, okay. So it's basically returned before pre-COVID price.
Yeah.
So what was COVID price on this one? It looked like they had a high peak at there.
Yes, it did. 832.
Wow, like $200 a point, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
No, not
I thought it was cheaper than that, but yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So
what's the census though? Look at the census. It's a really low census.
Oh, it is really low. Yeah. 312. That is low. Why is usually when you get a low census, it protects it from this sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean,
because the market is not flooded with the first appearance of bat mites, is it? I mean, it's only sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 times in the last 6 years. So this is not a common comic.
No, it isn't. And you know, it's one that you know, like we see others on the list where they'll have like maybe 10 or 20 ish copies on the census. And the reason they only have that number is it's not worth getting graded unless you have a high grade copy. Well, this one, you know,
yeah, Deadman's making the point that that we made. We said it was badly graded, and maybe other people thought that too.
Yeah, it could be. I you know, this one I think was overgraded. I think it was like it looks like a 3.5 to me. If we price it out at 3.5, it probably prices fairly accurately.
Yeah, it'll be okay at 3.5 probably.
Yeah. But as I was saying, like I think you know, when you have it in a 4.5 and it's still in that several $100 range, you're going to get this book graded if you have it, right? So
yeah,
and so it's actually a fairly rare book. You'll find the ones from 1955 to 1959, that era, like that 4 or 5 years, are generally pretty rare.
Yeah.
Because it was sort of after the comic collapse of the 50s, after the comic code.
Right. Let's see if we can do any better with number 2. Let's just get it on screen properly. There we go. It's
another big one.
Yeah, you like this one. This is Flash 139. And tell us about this, Alan.
So this is the first appearance of Professor what's his name? Professor Zoom. And he's known as the Reverse Flash. And this is also not a real UK price variant, but it is a UK comic. Where they stamp, like DC didn't do like the same way that Marvel did with the price variants. They would send some copies over to England, and they would stamp them. So this is a UK variant, sort of, if that makes sense.
Well, it's yes. I mean, it was imported into the UK and stamped here with this 9D stamp. This number 1 up here is to do with the month of the year in which it was received into the port.
Okay. And what's the 9? Oh, the 9 is just
the 9
price.
Is the price, 9D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was 9 pence.
Yeah. I mean, you do see this on Marvel Comics as well, because some of the Marvel comics weren't priced
with price variant. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. It has got a UK stamp on it. Some people don't like that. Some people do like it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it a more rare edition if you think about it, but it generally doesn't help. It generally doesn't help the value, but it does make it more rare, actually.
Yeah.
No, the interior, for the most part, doesn't really play much of a factor unless it's white pager. That's where it comes into play. And The other times that interior makes a difference is if there's pieces missing or something like that, right?
Yeah, generally the interior is only going to distract from the grade, not add to it.
Yeah.
Unless it's white pages, in which case that will add to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So what about this one then, Alan?
So 6.5. I think this one, again, I would have thought this is more of that $100 per point kind of book. And so 456 or 456. Wow. I'm not sure. Seems a little bit low. Seems a little low.
It is low.
I think this one suffered also from the movie not doing that well.
Well, I have to tell you, Alan, that the last sale was $700 and this one sold for $456.
So the $100 per point thing is pretty accurate. I can't see the prices.
Oh, sorry, Alan. There we go.
Actually, this one,
though, right down here.
Yeah, even I don't know. That peak sale is like 1,200 or something crazy. What is that?
3,304. So this has lost 90% of its value since April 21.
So you know why it lost that much value though. This book was one of those ones that was super hyped. I mean, super hyped during COVID. And then the movie underperformed and it just got killed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this one, if you look at the Flash movie, not to spoil it or anything, but it's kind of like Reverse Flash. You know, you get a good Flash and an evil Flash, right?
I thought you liked the movie.
I did like the movie. I thought the movie was great.
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
I haven't watched it.
Go watch it. It's a good movie.
Okay. I'll watch it.
I really enjoyed it. It's actually, really well done. You know, there's some CGI issues. Like there's a point where there's like a CGI baby that is kind of floating and it kind of looks like a CGI baby floating. But, you know, there's a couple things like that. But I generally look at movies not based on the quality of the CGI, but based on the quality of the complete production.
Yeah, which is fair enough. Now then, Alan, I have to tell you that if you bought this comic in 2015, 10 years ago,
yeah,
it would have cost you $850. So
nice.
over 10 years, this is nearly halved in value.
So this is a good book then, is what you're saying, because what you can do is you can use it as a way to sort of hedge your investments. You say, oh, look, this is like a financial loss comic where you can just say, look, government, I don't have to pay as much taxes because I lost so much on this book.
I love it, Alan. I'm always finding the positive side.
There has to be a positive spin to this. Okay, so what's the census count on it?
The census count is 1,877.
Yeah. See, it's a much more normal DC census count.
Yeah, that's a more normal. That's still reasonable.
Yeah, Boston, Chris, we are doing this early morning show. Yeah. So we're going to be doing live shows from now on Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern or some random time in England. I don't know what the time is in England.
Well, it's 4 p.m. in England. It's
4 p.m. in Eastern.
Just before tea time.
Yeah. So this is our tea time show or morning show, which is coffee for most people here. But we drink a lot of tea in Canada. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So
that's not good, is it? Shall we go on to the third comic?
Consistently so far.
It's been a disaster. Right. Okay. Now then, here we go. Aquaman #1.
And you might recognize this book.
I do recognize this book because this was my bargain of the year this year.
Yeah.
Because we'd had this on this comic we've had on the show a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I always comment upon these creatures that seem to be able to fire underwater, which is completely.
Now I was thinking about that. Okay, you know, did you ever see where you have like underwater volcanoes?
Yes.
They actually have fire that shoots up from them underwater.
Yes, if you say so. Possibly. But that's a
So I think that's
volcano.
what these are. These are kind of like monster volcanoes.
These are fire trolls, right? Anyway, so I reckon. So I was looking at an auction online, and it was a big lot of comics, and it was about 150 comics, and they were just scattered around on a table, and somebody taking a picture of them. And I spotted the bottom left-hand corner.
So you went from that guy's thigh, basically.
Yeah. All you could see was this little bit here on the left-hand side. And I thought, that's Aquaman #1.
Could have been something else, but yeah, that's a pretty good, good observation.
So I bought the lot, and indeed it was, and I got an absolute bargain. It was stacked full of Silver Age comics, this was the star, including Aquaman 1 and probably a 7.0.
Oh, so this is basically your copy. This tells you how much your copy should have sold for.
Yeah. So that was my bargain of the year, that one. So this sold for $660. That's a lot more than I paid for it, but I think that's down on the value that was around.
Again, another book, I'd say 1 to 150 per point.
Yeah, this is low for this, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's down here. It's back down to where this was bobbling along before. Had a couple
of. It looked like it actually kind of recovered a bit.
It did look as it was up to 1,300 in December last year, and then 1,300 in August, which is about the time I got my copy. And this one sold for $660. That's a really low price. I think it should be higher than that.
So that's cool. I'm actually pretty good about guessing what the fair market, like FMB, like point, price per point would be.
Yeah,
so I mean, 100 to 150. That's about right.
So the 1 year average on this is 978. But this price here has brought it right down.
This is a brutal.
What I would say to you guys, if you want bargains, go and buy comics at Heritage. Don't buy them on eBay.
Oh yeah. If you look at the eBay sales, like I bet you that $1,000 sale was
eBay. The 1,300 sale in August was indeed a fixed price on eBay.
Yeah, the worst way to buy a comic. Now I have seen fixed price ones where it's a motivated seller, but but that's rare. That is insanely rare.
Yeah.
So
Oh dear. Right. Okay. So,
okay. So what's the census count quickly on this one?
Census count, I will tell you. It is 1,210.
Yeah. I mean, this is a #1 issue. If this was Marvel, this would be like, there'd be like 6,000 copies of this.
Yes. Now this is one of
way rarer.
Yeah, and unfortunately, although I quite like the cover, it's not by Nick Cardy.
No.
So Nick Cardy takes over in issue 2 and does about 40 or 50 covers.
Yeah, I think the Nick Cardy run is the most collectible run,
of covers, artwork. Yeah. So this cover here is Howard Purcell.
Who's a decent artist. Okay, so 3 for 3. Okay, doing well.
3 for 3. Okay, next up, it's a showcase.
Yeah, this is a cool showcase. This is the first appearance of Adam Strange.
Oh yes, yeah. Showcase number 17, Adventures on Other Worlds. Origin and first appearance of Adam Strange. First appearance of Alana. Is that Adam Strange's squeeze?
I think so, yes. So this one's interesting. Again, looks like a very beat up, but I think this is because it's a black cover.
Mm.
The spine ticks really show.
Yeah, they do.
Um,
I think I might be undergrading my books. Looking at these last couple, I
yeah,
wouldn't grade. This would be 3.5 for me.
yeah, I would say 3.540. The reason I've seen 4.0s with that spine stress like that,
Yeah, yeah.
before, but generally it has that and not much else, to be a 4.0. Like, but yeah, this one's better than the previous one though.
It is better. Which the previous one was a 4.5.
Yeah.
Right. Featuring the planet and the pendulum. This is a completely impractical space pendulum here.
Well, I mean, it's Pit and the Pendulum in space.
Right. Okay. This sold for $720. First Adam Strange sounds cheap, Alan.
Yeah. Yeah. This is actually a pretty expensive book. These showcase books generally have fairly low census counts. And, I think it's one of those titles that is a little bit underrated, but this is one of those books that generally does do well. This is more like the 200 to 250 per point book.
Yeah.
So I would have expected like 800 to 1,000 would be kind of a more reasonable price for this book.
Yeah, agreed. So let's have a look. Yeah, it's another not good one. The only slight good bit of news is that it sold for $30 more than the last time it sold at Heritage a month ago.
Okay, what was the last sale? It was
in August and it was $6.90.
Okay, so this one
$30 up.
30. I'll take a win when I can get it. I'm always like the perpetual optimist, or try to be.
Yeah.
When it comes to comics, because I do want it to do well in the future. Well, how does this compare to pre-COVID?
Actually, it's doing okay compared to pre-COVID. I would say pre-COVID. We're not going to conclude that peak there. Pre-COVID, 700.
Okay, so
It's about at pre-COVID prices.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those books. Not many people outside the comic hobby would know this character. It's not like it's that popular of a character. But I mean, it's a cool book. I mean, look at the census. Like, it's like 480?
440, yeah.
440. Okay. So very low census count. For a key appearance.
Yeah.
I think people should really look at Showcase. I mean, it's got so many first appearances.
Oh, it's a cracking run, yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually do quite like that cover. I like the black background with the sort of greeny stuff, and then Adam Strange standing out in red. I think it's actually quite a good cover.
It's a good cover, and the curve of the blade actually kind of is a nice counterbalance. It's quite cool.
Yeah, cool, it is. I like the cover. Right. Okay. let's move on to a slight improvement on that one. Right. Okay. Next up, it's another Batman.
So this one, I was trying to remember the character's name, and I still don't remember.
Scrappy.
I was like going through, like, I was thinking Jokey or.
I know this because I've sold 2 of these in the last couple of months.
Yeah, this is the first appearance of the Joker's sidekick.
Scrappy, he's called. Gaggy, not Scrappy.
Gaggy. I knew it was something, like, I was thinking Jokey, but Gaggy makes sense.
Gaggy, yes, yeah, that's right. Sorry, it's not Scrappy.
It had to be something joke related.
Scrappy is Scooby-Doo's sidekick, isn't he?
Yes, Scrappy Doo.
Okay, so it's Gaggy.
Gaggy.
Yeah. Joker appearance, first appearance of Gaggy the Clown.
Gaggy the Clown. Okay, so now
Murphy Anderson cover, 1966.
With go-go checks. This is like got everything.
Great Joker face there from Murphy Anderson.
Yeah. And it looks like Gaggy's taking out Batman's eyes, which is fun. So
yeah, fun for kids. Yeah, so yeah, this is one of those comics. Whenever I see it at a decent price, I buy it because I know I can always sell it.
This is one of those ones you can pick up usually for like 20, 30 bucks.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, the copies I've picked
but
up
not in a 9.4.
No.
Really hard to find this in.
No. The ones I've picked up have been mid, 4.0, 4.5, things like that.
Yeah. But I think I paid $20 for my copy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like a mid grade.
Yeah.
So 780 seems a little low, but not too low. I don't think this is a big book. But 9.4 is such a high grade.
I think this is going to be low, Alan, because you don't get this in a 9.4.
9.4. I think that's like near top of the census, actually.
Right. Let's have a look. Close your eyes, Alan. It might be painful.
Okay.
Oh, it is painful.
Oof. This one took a dive off the cliff there. Okay.
So guess where this sale here was, this high sale in January.
Fixed price sale, I bet you.
It was an eBay fixed price sale.
For how much?
And it sold for 1,615.
Oof. And when did that sell? Like, that doesn't look that long ago.
January this year.
January this year.
Yeah.
So, but if you look at all the other sales, that is a true outlier.
Yes, it is. If
you
take that one out, then this has done okay.
This is actually a record sale. Like, if you take that one out, you know what I mean? Like,
this is the record sale.
Yeah.
But it's actually got a nice upward trajectory.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is actually a pretty strong sale if you compare. Like, that eBay fixed price sale is a true outlier. Like, I mean, it's.
I mean, like, what on earth was the person thinking who paid $1,615?
What was the previous sale to that? Like
$363.
Yeah, that's like you're paying like 5x just to get it, just because you can't wait for an auction.
Yeah. And how many of these are? There's 19 of them, Alan. So there's 1994. So
this is one you usually see raw. You know, you only get it graded if you have a high grade copy of it.
Yeah. Census is 527, so it's not.
And I almost agree with what people say in the chat that it might be a fake sale. Like, you get sometimes like these sales where it's like some crazy high price doesn't actually truly sell. You know what I mean?
Terry says 496 issues later, he appeared again.
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, he's well utilized character then.
He's a recurring character.
Recurring character. Yeah, I mean, it's, as I said, it's not like a major key. This book is, you know, as I said, you can find it for cheap. You know, usually $20, $20-$30.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think this is actually a strong sale. I think that outlier one kind of makes it look like a weak sale, but overall, actually, I think this is actually a strong sale because.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, actually.
So yeah, so wow, one positive one. So Gaggy is where you should be investing your money right now. Put all your money, sell all your other comics, invest in Gaggy.
Right. next up, and you can come and buy it from me because I think I've still got one for sale. Right.
Okay, perfect.
Share. Okay, so next up, it's another one of Alan's favorites.
I do love this one. Now, this one is restored, so it's going to be a little bit more of a mathematical exercise, but this is 247, and it's the first appearance of the Legion of Superheroes, which is a huge one. Slight C1 is something I should explain. C means amateur restoration. 1 means very minor. So restoration includes a small amount of
color touch.
Now, it could be the case that when you have a C1 level of restoration, that restoration can be removed without actually hurting the grade too much.
Well, the only thing I wonder if they're counting this here.
I wonder if they count that too. That's what I was thinking, but that's not color touch. That would be like
color touch to me. That looks like somebody's name.
Let's scroll around the page a little bit. Let's see. I don't see anything else. Do you guys?
I don't.
Because like if I was going to do color touch, I would have done the black.
Yeah, you've done the black on there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's that writing there. The thing that's saying is color touch. That's a bit unfair.
If that's the case, then this would be a great candidate.
I can't see anything else.
Yeah, I don't see anything else either. But this is one of those ones you have to get the
light. That should be counted as color touch. Surely that's somebody's written on that.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
Right.
So that's an interesting one. So this could be a good investment for whoever picked this up as a book that you get, unrestored. I mean, it's not and actually a good presenting 4.5 compared to some of the other ones we've seen on this list.
Checking the back cover.
They never color touch the back cover. If they do, they're crazy.
I've never seen it color touch
back cover. That'd be really interesting.
Somebody doing the color touch on the Sell Our Seeds, American Seed Company. I don't think so. Right. Okay. So this sold for 1,200. What do you reckon, Alan?
A bit low. Normally this is like maybe in my copy is restored, so I have a little bit of experience with this book. I think this book should be around that $1,500 to $1,700 range.
Okay.
It's an expensive book. I mean, it is a major key, First Legion. Actually, not that far down.
That's the best we can say. Most comics, not that far down.
Okay, so what was the previous sale?
The previous sale was 1,260. It was $60 more.
Okay, so I'm way off. Actually, I would have overpaid for this.
Yeah,
but I mean, I was like, I remember I think I paid over 1,000 for mine, and mine is, or maybe I paid less than 1,000. I think mine's a slightly lower grade. So yeah. I'd have to find it. I'm going to look that up.
Shall we see what the 4.5 unrestored is?
Oh, it's going to be about twice as much. This is a big book, and it's a hard book to get in any grade.
There's 631 on the census.
Yeah. But this one, even though it has a higher census.
It is double. 2.7.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's generally when you're in that 4.5 to 6.0 range, usually it's about half, 45 to half value, or depending on which way you go. So, I mean, yeah, this is, I think this was not that bad of a sale. This is a flat sale, I would say. All Silver Age are usually overpriced. It depends on the books. If you saw the other ones that I didn't put on this list, you would not agree with that statement.
No.
There's some big ones that sold for like cost of the grading, basically. Oh,
right.
Go collect being weird to you now. Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, let's go to the next one. This is a really cool book. I love this book.
It's a beautiful grade as well. Look at how clean that white is.
9.2. And it's I always love this cover. You got Catwoman versus Lois, and they're having a cat fight.
Yeah.
It's a white pager too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is a really nice
white
copy.
Pages. It's really clean, this one, Alan. Look at it.
Yeah, this is a beautiful copy.
And that cat is Superman.
Yeah, and he's this is the first appearance of Super Pussy. It says it right there.
Yes, it does. I think if you put that on the title of the show, we should get a few more viewers.
Yeah. But I love this book. I mean, this is a really cool book. This is the first Silver Age appearance of Catwoman. So a very key book.
And the costume is quite classic as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, it's a beauty. It's a cracker.
Yeah, I have a high grade copy of this actually. My collection, but not a 9.2. Mine's like a 7.0.
No, not a 9.2. I think I've got a graded copy. I think is a 6.5. Right. Yeah. So 1560. I think it's cheap.
That's cheap. That is really cheap. I can tell you right now. That's super cheap. I would have thought more like the $3,000 range.
Somebody's bagged a bargain. Somebody has bagged a bargain.
What? Let me see the thing.
There we go. Well, the last two sales have been bargains, so this is
okay. So it's been
slightly up on the last sale, but the last sale was ridiculously cheap as well.
What was the last sale?
1465.
And what's the one where it's like it looks like there was a peak?
The peak was in August 2023, so that's post-COVID.
And what was that?
4,189.
Yeah, I would have thought this is like a $3,000 book.
Yeah, so what's it doing down here then, Alan?
People don't agree with me.
So if you've got one of these, go and sell it to Alan for $3,000, and then
I would have thought it would have been in this grade. I would have thought like because I've seen like mid-grade copies go for a fair amount of money, like
Yeah, I mean, but before these two sales here, the sales were 2.6, 3.9, 2.8. So yes, it's around the average of that is about $3,000 a shot.
Yeah.
So this is half price.
Yeah, this was a steal. A total steal. I mean, this is a hard book to get in high grade. Like, look at the census on this one.
Oh, yes. So this is really difficult to get in high grade.
9.2 is a really pretty copy.
There's 1,600 of them, but there are only 23 9.2s.
This is one of those books that people get graded, even in really low grades. Just because it is such a desired book.
Well, it's a big key, isn't it? For Silver Age Catwoman.
Silver Age Catwoman is quite major, and it's a great cover. You got both. A lot of the time you get these first Silver Age ones, and they're not on the cover. It's kind of a lame cover, but this is a cool cover. It's got so much fun stuff going on. Yeah. And Lois Lane, in my opinion, is underrated with collectors in general, but always sought after at every convention that I go to. There's always somebody chasing after Lois Lane books, so it's definitely one that people are buying. So I think if you can pick up Lois Lane keys for cheap, it's really a good investment. I think. Actually, I'm being honest when I say this. Like before, I was being sarcastic about Gaggy, but I'm actually being honest. This is a good book to pick up.
Yeah, I think so too. Right. Okay. Let's see if we can find something to raise the spirits.
Yeah, we got to get our true record here.
You must know. I don't think this is the week for it. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's Green Lantern #1.
Oh, I can't see it. Wait a sec. Sorry. There we go. Another clown cover.
It's not a clown cover. Is it Gil Kane? I'm fairly sure it is.
This is another one. Like I think what it was this week. I think it was a UK auction, UK seller. Because it's another one of those UK variants.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I didn't send mine in.
Yeah.
The price of that you're getting is awful. Yeah. So, I'm not a big fan of this cover.
Yeah, me either, actually. I always thought the clown looked a little hokey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there are better covers than this. Right. Anyway, here's a Green Lantern #1. And it did sell for $1,680 in a 6.5.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the last comic.
Oh yeah, me too. But this one is a big book. I mean, it actually introduces the Legion, like the Legion of Green Lanterns, Legion of Lanterns, or the Green Lantern Corps, I think. Check the key notes on it.
Yeah.
I think it introduces the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me get that up. Yeah, origin of the Green Lantern retold, first appearance of the Guardians of the Universe.
Guardians of the Universe. I knew it was something like that, like something.
Those are the little blue men, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're kind of similar to the Watchers.
Yeah.
Like
Galactic.
Yeah, Showcase 22 is way cooler, but it's Green Lantern #1. It's relaunching the series, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's not like Flash. I don't know why they did this with Green Lantern, where they started with #1, whereas with Flash they just continued the numbering.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that way. Okay, so how did this one perform? I'm scared to look. I would have thought this was like in the $200 to $300 per point book. I would actually. This one is not like, it's an expensive book, but it's not that expensive.
No. Well, it's down, Alan. It's down on the last sale. It's not quite as low as it's been, but it's not good.
Yeah, this is a bobbling along one, as you always like to say.
It's up and down, up and down, up and down. So the last one sold for $2.4, so it is down about $500 on that.
Yeah.
Fixed price eBay sale.
Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed that the high price was on the fixed price eBay? I'm going to put all my comics on eBay fixed price sales, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is one, like a lot of these books, like people do want them. Yeah. In a way, the fixed price eBay sales show that there is value there. You just have to find the right buyer, right?
Yeah. Yeah. With heritage auctions, you're limited to the people who've logged in to watch that particular auction.
Yeah.
And you can end up with a horrendously low price.
Yeah. I mean, if for example, like I've gotten my Green Lantern #1, I have it in my collection. I'm not going to buy a second copy. So I'm now out of the market for this book. So if people like me show up, then you're not going to get a big sale.
No. Now
here, can you remove the comment?
Sorry. Yeah. I can only look at one screen at a time. There we go.
Maybe I could see that. This would be issue number 39 or something silly. No, considering maybe I would upgrade. But it's not a book that I would upgrade. I didn't bother with this one.
Alan, just a thought here, Alan. I think that heritage is interesting. I think during a down market, it's the wrong place to sell your comics.
Yeah.
Because what's happening is it's a down market and you're likely to get a lower price. Whereas I think heritage in an up market is the right place to sell your comic.
You know what was funny? During I remember this during COVID, that was very much the case. They would Comic Tom would always talk about, oh, it was a heritage sale. Oh, it was a heritage sale.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think what happens is an auction environment when there's a lot of like FOMO and excitement.
Yeah.
Drives up the price. When it's a down market, it does the exact opposite of that, as you were saying. I think we're very, very, insightful.
Yeah.
What's the census on this book? I mean, this is a #1 issue, so it's going to be a higher census, but it's DC.
1,600, which is very low if it was Marvel, and about average for DC.
A little bit high, actually. I would have thought more like the 1,200 range, actually. So this is high for a DC book, but it is a first issue. But
right, let's move on.
Okay, that one is not so good. Okay, this one is another one I really like, and this one I think is a good spec. because at the very end of the Superman movie, you get the what's it called? The variant of Superman getting kind of sent off. Right, he goes into that weird zone.
Yeah, that's
well,
right.
There is speculation that he will return as a Bizarro Superman.
Ah, that makes sense.
So, so this
why haven't they employed? But they haven't employed you as the script writer, have they, Alan?
No, but there was a lot of hints that it was and James Gunn does like Bizarro,
right?
So this is one where there's a lot of hints that it could be the next Bizarro, and this is the first appearance of Bizarro in comics. The funny thing is, this is not really Bizarro. I mean, this is Bizarro, but only in name. I mean, there's a book later. Like, so in this one, Superboy does a stupid experiment. He creates a clone of himself that's kind of wonky, and it's Bizarro Superman, right?
Right.
And then what ends up happening is at the end of the book, Bizarro Superman dies.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So,
yeah.
So really, and then they reintroduce the character later.
Right. Okay.
So
it's not really Bizarro.
Yeah. He is, but he isn't. But everyone goes by that key, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not sharing your screen anymore.
Oh, we're not sure why. Oh, that's interesting.
You have to make your screen the middle or whatever, the presenter. Add them to the thingy.
Yeah, it's all right. I just don't know why it went.
So yeah. What catalyst do you feel will be the most relevant to get people buying Silver Age again? Lower interest rates, MCU rebound, interest in modern day comics? What will cause the market to rebound? So a couple things. Pretty much most of those things, actually. So one of the big things with the Silver Age, much more than the Golden Age, much more than pretty much any of the other ages, is hype around the movies. Really plays a big role with Silver Age, because Silver Age is kind of where a lot of the movie characters were created. Were in the Silver Age. Like, you think about X-Men, you think about Fantastic Four, you think about pretty much all the characters that we see in the movies, Avengers, whatever, their appearances were in the Silver Age. So the Silver Age is really tied to any movie spec. So if the movies start performing well, you'll see the Silver Age get a bit of that love that it will, deserves from the movies. But also I think the economy is really weak right now.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's pulling everything down right now.
Yeah, I think a strong economy is going to have an effect. So when people have got more free money, they're prepared to spend it on
on luxuries,
non-essentials like collectibles. Now the stock market's been pretty healthy for the last 12 months.
That's not always a good sign.
No, well, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Usually, it's like lately, the high stock market has been more due to a lot of government spending. If you get a lot of government spending, sometimes that actually lifts up the stock market. Well,
it's the AI that's generally risen that led to the stock market increase this time.
That's another thing, yeah.
So I don't know whether that's going to have an effect, but yeah, cyclically we are due for a bit of a recovery in the economy.
Yeah, I'm hoping next year will be the year that it will recover. I'm really hoping. 2025 was a mess, guys. I think it was a messy year.
It was a messy year, right?
What's the census count quickly? And how did this one perform? That's the other thing.
What grade was it? There it is. Well, it's up on the last sale.
Actually, it's up considerably from the last sale.
Well, the last sale was 2.3, and this is 2.8. So yeah, it is up on the last sale. It's down on COVID. No, it's not. That's not a COVID sale.
What was that big sale?
It's February 2023, which is post-COVID. It was 4,000.
Yeah, there's always a bit of lag, some of the books. But yeah. So I mean, this one.
It's not a disaster. It's not a disaster. It's holding around where it's been for the last 5 years.
Yeah, you see that a lot with DC books, that they're kind of flat. They don't really have the, proper Marvel trend lines, which are very inclined. But right. I do think this is a good book. I think it has a lot of potential, especially if there's another Superman movie announced.
Yeah,
this will have some value.
Okay, moving on to the last book. Another Catwoman book. Batgirl book.
Batgirl. We can't see it though, so we don't know.
Yeah, patience.
A nice copy. Another Go Check one. Has a few spine ticks I can see. But another, as I said, I think it was a UK collection that sold.
Yeah, it's got another one with a TMP stamp on it.
Yeah. This one has a bunch of spine ticks, by the way, but overall okay.
They're not huge spine ticks, though.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I have that big. Actually, is that at the top there? Was that a...
Oh, hang on. This has been graded a 9.0. I thought it was a 6.5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's a bit rough for a 9.0.
I mean, those could be like, I'm not sure. Sometimes, yeah, they look color breaking to me, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get like 3 or 4 spine ticks in a 9.0. But yeah.
Okay.
I think somebody.
So 3,500. This is the first origin and first appearance of Barbara Gordon as Batgirl.
Yep.
And a Killer Moth appearance.
By the way, this one, the colors are not that bright on it either. If you look at it, I've seen ones with a bit of a deeper purple.
Yeah, the detective yellow on the detective is quite good.
Yeah.
The yellow on Catwoman, Batgirl's good.
Okay. But yeah.
I think the purple is a bit muted, yes. Right. So what do you reckon, Alan? Up, down, sideways?
This is a pretty big book. I would have thought this was more close to the $4,000 range personally, but I'm not sure. I'm not really sure with this one.
Yeah, and I think this
I never would buy this in a high grade because I can't afford it. So,
I've got this as well. I know it's a mid grade. I think it's a 5.5 or something like that.
Yeah,
right.
Me too. Yeah, that's what I have as well.
Oh, Alan, we're ending on a disaster.
Okay, let me see. Oof.
So the last one of these sold in September for 4,560.
See, I would have guessed around that 4,000 mark.
This one just sold for 3.5, so 1,000 less.
Yeah, and it's actually down from anything prior to.
And pre-COVID was 4.5, so it's 1,000 down on pre-COVID.
Wow. Yeah, not good.
It's just why you didn't show the Marvel ones then, Alan.
Yeah, the Marvel ones would have made people cry. I was actually that was my being nice to people by not showing the Marvel ones. They were really bad.
This was 3,800 on the census.
Yeah, this one has a crazy high census. 3,000 for a DC book. So I think, one of the things that was kind of the problem with this book is this is one of those books where, they have the first appearance on the cover. This was after I think this is after the show came out. So and she was introduced in the show. She was a popular character in the show. And a lot of people were saving their Batman books at this time. So this one has a really high census count for DC. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it is a high cap.
And that hurts this one. So it could
Yeah.
be a bigger book if it wasn't for all those things.
Yeah. What I've heard Court of Owls and I've heard Clayface. I haven't heard Mr. Freeze speculated for the next Batman.
I haven't heard anything about Mr. Freeze either. Court of Owls, definitely. Clayface is getting his own separate movie. Like he's getting a dark movie that they're making about him, where he's the main character. Like so.
Yeah, and we think Darren's right here. That we didn't think that was a 9-0, and that may well have hurt that comic as well.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at the just the copy that they show as the picture. Look, I mean, I don't know if you can compare it, but like if you click on the picture that's right there. See what I'm saying? It's a darker purple.
Yeah, the purple has faded a bit in that copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if you're gonna pay up for a 9.0 copy, you're gonna be a little bit, watch for those things. And if you feel like that it's overgraded, you might not be willing to bid up for it.
No, I think we've seen that a couple of times here where people, I think, have bid according to what their view of the grade was, not what the actual grade that CGC have given it.
Yeah, and I mean, people are being savvy, especially at this time where you can be a bit savvy.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
So I think people probably saw it the same way we did. They were like, maybe not quite the grade that we, you generally, when you buy a book, the grade is the grade, but there's also that thought in your mind that, hey, this book is either undergraded or overgraded. Yeah. If it's undergraded, you're like, oh, I'll bid up. I'll bid a little higher on that one because maybe I can get resubmitted. Yeah.
Yeah, nice looking copy.
Yeah.
No, we've seen that a number of times actually, where people have obviously done exactly that. They paid for the book, not the grade, which is the right thing to do.
But for the people that are watching this, I really do believe that Christmas time is actually a good time to buy comics. People are distracted by other things, and it's a good time to buy. Now, we'll see in January probably is still a bit of a weak market, I think. Like I'm just like I also said this market was going to be a seller's market, so take that for what what it is. But generally January is a little bit of a weak market because people are recovering from Christmas spending, and then you'll see like sort of a return of the market in the early spring, like February, March kind of time period.
Okay, and guys, next week is our annual speculation contest. So we won't be reviewing the Silver Age markets as usual. We will be doing our once a year spec video.
And I think we're tied right now.
It's not tied. I'm winning 2-1. This is our 4th year. I'm winning 2-1. So we both picked 5 books that we said would go up in value in 2025. We will review those and see how they did, whether they went up, down, and sideways. And we'll see who is the winner. Plus, both of us will be picking 5 books for 2026. So tune in next week to see. Maybe it will go 3-1.
I don't think so. I think this will be my year. This is going to be my year, hopefully. So thanks everyone for watching, by the way. Hopefully it's going to be a good year in 2026. We got one last show. It is our spec show. So it should be a good review of 2025 in a way. That's one thing we do see when we do these spec shows is how did we predict the year would be? And I think based on my so far prediction, hasn't been that good.
So far in the 3 years we've done this, neither of us has ended up losing money on our specs. I think we might. I think this is the year that's going to be most challenging.
Yeah, I mean, this year was a bit of a recovery year overall. I would say, even though looking at this list today, you wouldn't think that. But last year, I would say was flat, like that it had sort of hit the floor. And I feel like this year is a bit of that bounce up, like not much, but a bit.
Oh, well, I disagree. I think it's come down again. Anyway, so, go back and watch all the previous 52 videos from this year, and I think you'll agree with me.
Okay, well, we'll see. Okay, everyone do that, and then tell us in the comments who's right. Okay, so thanks again, everyone, for watching. Bye for now.
Bye.